Hi, Carol, professional Ikea hacker. Today, it's been a long time coming, I've been busy, don't want to record videos. I'll talk to you about Ikea's new doors for the kitchen. It's Kallarp doors. I purchased this one. I bought it at the Use section. Somebody bought it and didn't love it, so they returned it. There we go, let's peel this. It's not... Introducing a new line of doors is not an arbitrary decision. A lot of research goes into it. Imagine that Ikea is committing essentially themselves to be manufacturing this product for the life of Sektion, essentially. So imagine this could be 20 years that they'll be producing, they'll be committed to this color. Your first option, where is it? I don't have it. It's probably up there. Your first option for high gloss doors is usually white. That's the cornerstone of any sort of modern design. I do a lot of Ringhult doors, or I do custom high gloss white. Lucida from Abbott. Amazing product. It's really good. If you want something other than that specific Ikea white, the Ringhult white, it's a Ringhult white is actually very warm. It's not a cool white. It's actually quite warm. It could be, it has a bit of almost like a yellow tinge to it. You don't see it unless you compare them side by side with other whites, like a warm white. I make laminate doors with Abbott Laminati products. Look how many colors you can get. You can get a rainbow. Look at these colors. You can get any of these. You can even get any of these textures. Somebody asked me about walnut doors. They were looking for the lowers. Lower units always get a little more banged up. So I say, don't go with high gloss lacquer. Go with laminates. But that's your basic white, cornerstone of any modern kitchen. Ikea makes a nice clean modern white. It's as I said, it's a little yellow. It's warm. It's part of the process, I believe, the way they make it. And they make it, it's a thermal foil, thermal meaning heat, hot, extrusion, they wrap it and it gets extruded and gets chopped. Let's say 15 inches wide or 21 inches wide, just goes through, stretches it, there's a machine that cuts it, and then just edges the two sides. Very smooth operation, very clean operation. Those are nice doors. I've worked with them, I've cut into them. I spoke about them in my other videos. I think in one of them, you can subscribe and you can watch them. But I won't talk to you about the Kallarp door. So Ikea is committing themselves after 2 years of having Sektion on the market. People dying essentially for another color other than that white high gloss. Another high gloss. Give us another high gloss. Ikea makes a very safe choice in my opinion. They picked this. Kallarp. So what color is this? There was this controversy about is the dress gray or gold or something like that. People were seeing it differently. Some saw gray, some saw gold. I don't know. I didn't look at those pictures, but anyways, you can Google that controversy. So when you look at these doors, this is kind of the gray gold thing happening, right? When you look at this in this slide, this is doors. You have to look at them in sunlight to see the true color, or take them. But go if you're thinking about purchasing a door, seeing if it will fit, go to the Use section and pick up a used piece, half the price. And if it's so what, it's a little damaged or dented. And so you see, this to me, Ikea says it's gray. I see a little bit of green in it. I see a little bit of blue. So it's a color that's sort of very ambiguous almost. Teal, greenish teal. I had some samples here. So that's the beauty of going with a color like this, is that people will see it differently and they will accept it and they'll like it because of it's green, it's gray, it's teal, whatever, it's high gloss. It's made a little differently than the Ringhult doors. This is more like the doors I make. So they're square. See? So this is actually a panel, high gloss finish panel, with the backer, the same color as the front, except this is sort of a melamine finish. This is a custom completely custom board, I would say. Ikea probably even has it milled up. This core, see I cut into it. This is called particle core. It's really nice and even, I have to say, density of it. That's how you can kind of tell a better particle core from not so great particle core is the density. So this is pretty consistent, so that's good quality. Sometimes if you get a really light board, you lift it up, it's like, whoa, it just flies up in your hands and you see why, and then you look inside and it's almost that the outside is very sort of dense, but the core is very light. This is not the case. This is really nice dense throughout. The other thing, surprising thing about these doors is that, and this is good news for do-it-yourselfers, so people who are thinking, hey, I'm going to be buying this and I'm going to be cladding things with it. I've seen a really cool island done with this at Ikea Tobico. I've posted it in my last entry. It has so they clad the panels and there's a bit of a void and have lights inside there. So this is kind of display. So using your island as a display, you know, that'll probably be facing to your, you know, living room or something. If you have an open concept kitchen, and you can put stuff there. Use it as a display. So and they clad the inside, so they had to be cutting these panels to fit all inside, all around. So it does make a difference now if you're designing or you're thinking, hey, I'm going to do it myself. It makes a difference if you will be cutting it on regular table saws. Here in the shop I have a really heavy cast iron, a little bit of a sliding table happening, you know, so that's a very solid, the blade is a heavy, thick gauge blade, it doesn't vibrate. If you have one of those little portable saws, you know, you hit them on it, you know, and you can tell it vibrates a little bit. So if it has a bit of a ugly wobble, I want to say, that will affect the quality of the cut. So look at this. This was no scoring blade, brand spanking new blade, really, really sharp. Look, no chipping. I really like this. Look how clean this is. So this is the back. Came out really clean. The backer is really thick. This is almost the thickest melamine I have ever seen in my life. That's why it's a custom spray, because it's really, really thick. It's edged and high, so back sprayed, same color, very thick. I would say half a millimeter, probably solid half a millimeter. Same thing as the face. The face is really thick as well, also half inch, I would say half inch. They're almost both the same thickness. They're thick. They're thin, half a millimeter, but they're thick for woodworking purposes, which means if you want to execute a really nice tight miter joint, that 45, if you set your angles properly, do some samples first, you can glue them up accurately, and you can, same thing that Ikea does on these doors, you sand the edge and you get a bit of a line, but that's okay. It's completely acceptable. You get a line as well. So it's edged, same process, really thick. Comes in with protective foil. How's the finish on it? Oh, I know it's the recording of peeling foil. It's probably kind of loud and ugly, but I want to see it. So let's see. It's a pretty even finish. Nice, very glossy, very high gloss. Nice and even finish. It would be comparable to a spray finish, lacquered finish. Nice. So, square door, good quality, cuts very cleanly, easy to execute joinery, 45s, any sort of mitered glue joints, you can do that. And once it cuts well, you know, I know it will route well, you can jigsaw it. You know, you can use biscuits for joinery. Good door, I like this. Curiosity. Ikea has committed itself to produce this door for the next 20 years, because that's probably that's how long the Acroom system lasted. Although I'm not quite sure how they would improve on the Sektion. But you know, you can be sure that I'll be looking forward to that day. Kallarp, good doors. Color, you gotta love it. If you don't, you can always order custom doors from me. High gloss. Square crisp lines. Good solid core. Very thick. Nice. Looks like it's gonna be balanced. Good door. I like it. Thumbs up. Ciao.